Okay, you guys, I packed up this pack, ready to go to Catalina and to the Grand Canyon. There's some stuff in here for each trip that's not going to go on both trips, so I will tell you. First, I have my camp shoes. These work really good for me, a teeny bit heavier than the ones I took last time to Catalina, but I needed the whole shoe, not a slide, because of the pebbles, and I think I recommend that too for the Catalina trip. You guys don't bring flip-flops or slides. My rain jacket, really lightweight. It's also a wind jacket. My big hat. Also will take a trucker hat. On the outside, this stays connected, but which is just like my poop kit with a trowel and wipes and trash bags to take out all my trash. And then this is a poncho which goes over me and my backpack, so I don't have a backpack cover in there. This is for Grand Canyon only. These are my micro spikes. Leave those out. And then over here I have my tent poles and a water bottle. That's all that's in that side. And this side I have my camp chair. And then what I do is when I'm in my tent before I go to sleep, I go through all my hygiene kit and my poop kit and my toiletry bag, chapstick, everything. I stick it in here, and then I put it in the food locker for both the Catalina campsite that we're at and for the Grand Canyon. And then I just leave my chair set up. I will not be taking the chair to the Grand Canyon. I will be taking the umbrella to both. It's 1 pound, and I use this thing all the time. I've used it in the Grand Canyon. I wish I would have had it last time on Catalina when I almost had a heat stroke. That sun is hot. It's very exposed. And then the front side of my pack, I take this one. I don't take my fanny pack. I'm not sure if I'm taking my fanny pack or not yet, but the outside pocket, my phone goes here, and the fanny pack is almost the exact same. There's a pocket like this for my phone, and it's so convenient, and it's really all I use my fanny pack for. Maybe some wipes, chapstick, snacks. And then I have my sunglasses here, and then I have them, instead of taking a case, I wrap them in my towel, which I can use for a lot of things. And then I'm not going to use the bladder this time. So I'm going to try this system with the water bottle out here. This is my pack where they fit awesomely in the side pocket too. But this is great, and I'm going to make a straw, like a bladder thing. So we'll try that. These are my trips to test stuff out. So I ordered that. Let's see. And then up here, so stand. Loosen that up. So Catalina is really rocky. So I use this when it's really rocky to protect my tent, and also for insulation. It works really well. But for Catalina, I ordered one of the giant one of these, that kind. And then I'm taking that and my pad. It's to protect my pad and my tent from the rocks there. And then I'm also taking the sit pad. I use this for a million things, mostly to sit on, and then I kneel on it when I'm cooking or when I'm getting in my tent, like setting things up. I got all these. And then in the brain part, I have my trusty bandana. For the Grand Canyon, I have a merino wool buff. For the Grand Canyon, I have this fleece beanie. I'm just going to take these gloves. I'm not going to take any more to the Grand Canyon. And this is my everyday buff for both trips. And I also put this around my blow-up pillow so it doesn't slide out of place. My first aid kit. Some duct tape that has a place, just not in it. And my new container for my snacks, because it used to have my Sawyer filter, and I have a different system now, and I'll get into that in a second. So I switched it out, and now my snacks are in there. And then inside the pack, I love my roll top, which is totally full. So this weighs, without even trying, 30 pounds. That's with food, way too much food. I just threw a bunch of food in the food bag. So I know I'm going to be able to dial this down to probably 30 with water, 28 even for Catalina, because I don't need those micro spikes and a lot of that stuff. Because my tent, and right now my tent is wrapped around, I made a Mylar footprint out of some duct tape and 2 emergency blankets. And it's really thin and it works really good for normal campsites, but for Catalina, I'll show you in a second what I'm going to do. And this is my pillow. And even though it has like these bumpy things and some kind of material that's not supposed to slip around when you put on your sleeping bag, it does. It slips really bad, even though it has a strap. So that's why I'm going to put my buff around it. I've heard someone talk about doing that, and I think it's a great idea, so I'm going to try it. This is my new water filter system, and I'm not going to be taking it to Catalina. But see, now instead of just the smart water bottles or a CNOC, I have to use these. It has a wider adapter, has a wider connector. Okay, and then here I have all the things I need for my feet because I have a sprained ankle, so I have a brace. I put these in my heels sometimes. It helps me with those zero lift. Some gaiters, especially for the Grand Canyon. I haven't ever tried those, but I'm going to try them. A knee brace, and then another towel, which I probably don't need because I have the other towel. My new food bag. I mean, it's not a new bag, but it's just a new way of doing my food. Way too much stuff. It's my coffee stuff. This, I will need it all. But there's too much food in here. One of you guys wanted a stove, so it's here. I don't know who it was, but please let me know because it's heavy. So yeah, I'll probably have that food down by half because it's only one night because we're bringing dinner the first night in Catalina and only one night in Grand Canyon. This is my toiletry bag. I really need to look at this. What do I have in here? Okay, this is my toothbrush and my toothpaste. A little first aid ointment, sunscreen, deodorant, a little scissors and a screwdriver, and face cream, and then lotion, a lotion bar. I probably won't take that, depending on how much sunscreen I take, because you can use that as lotion, right? And my sleeping pad, a light for camp and for my tent. And then this is my cook kit. Basically, probably fits in my food bag. Coffee cup, insulated. I may switch that out, but I use it a lot. And this is my little stove. My pot. It's $450. It's the real small one. It's basically like a cup that you cook with. And I love it. It's all I need for, cooking water. If I have to cook it, twice, I will. My stove is really fast. This Soto, I think it's a Windmaster it's called. I'm super excited about that. I was using the Amazon one, and I just heard things about in the Sierras that in cold weather and wind, it's not that great. So I just upgraded. It's time. The Amazon one served me well, though. So for the Grand Canyon, I'm going to take this liner, and then to Catalina, I'll take my silk liner, which is in the other room. And this is what I was talking about for my tent. It's a Tyvek footprint. It was special made for my tent. I washed it 4 or 5 times so it's not as stiff and crinkly. And then right now I have it wrapped with this bungee that I can dry clothes on if I have to, but I don't really need to bring that. I'm just wrapping it up. This is my ditty bag, which I've got stuff like my charger and some cords, some tenacious tape if I get a hole in my tent, a pen, a lighter, some paracord, some emergency stuff. Heavy thing in there is obviously my charger. And for the Catalina trip, I'm debating, I'm probably going to bring my solar panel for you guys. It works really well, and I don't mind plopping it on the back of my backpack. I did last time. And then my clothes bag, no, that's not coming out yet. Sleeping bag fits the pillow and the liner in here as well. I have another one that compacts it smaller, but I love that one. It's fine. When you have too many options, you just switch it out each time. And this is I love this bag. I got it on sale. And then in here, I have all my clothes and like sleeping clothes and clothes I'll be wearing. This is my puffy jacket for camp. And then I brought some long underwear to sleep in or walk around in if I get cold. Never know in February. I sleep in a nice fluffy cotton shirt. Don't hike in cotton, but I sleep in it. I don't like sleep in synthetic. And for Catalina, I'm wearing cotton socks. I don't suggest anybody else do it, but I have a problem with heat on my legs. And these are my sleeping socks. And then my hygiene kit for my tent. And these are the clothes I'll be hiking in for Catalina, not for the Grand Canyon. It's a little hiking skirt and a top. I have it in here because the first night when we go on the boat, I'll be wearing the clothes. So switch those out. And then some shorts to sleep in and my underwear. Shorts if it's too hot for the long underwear. So that's it. I think I did pretty good. I know I can get it down, but I don't necessarily know if I need to, because I'm comfortable with 30 pounds for sure compared to what I used last time when I went there. And a couple things are still arriving, like the large one of these, and I'll see if it works out. And then I'll like dial it down as far as packing in my bag. I actually made this video twice, and this is the third one. So everything's not in the right order in my backpack, but I forgot some things, so I had to do it. I think I got it all in there this time. So anyway, post some questions if you have them. And if you need gear or anything, I highly suggest that you start trying to pack your pack now and definitely walk in it. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it helps. Walk around the block and see like if your shoulder pads feel good, and we'll get you if something feels weird, I'll send you a video on how to like tighten up your backpack and fit it better, because we don't want to be doing that when we're there. That's no fun. So yeah, try out your gear and we'll see where we can get the weight down. I think most of you have traveled with me, so you probably all have scales, and so that's cool. All right, looking forward to both these trips, and I'll see you guys soon.